Your reasons for listening to the show, well, those are your own. But just keep in mind that the views, information, or opinions expressed on the Tuddle Daily Podcast are solely those of the individuals involved and do not necessarily represent those of our sponsors. Yeah, it's called free speech, people. Nobody's forcing you to listen. One-of-a-kind shades made to order by VaporShades.com. Vapor Shades designs the outer layer of the sunglasses just like a wrap on a car. They customize your sunglasses, marbling the paint. The end result is no two pair of sunglasses are alike. Yours will be completely unique to you. Check us out at VaporShades.com. Use promo code Tuddle for 15% off your entire order. Get ready for your daily dose of Tuddle.
The all-time greatest intern/producer we've ever had, of course, Tuddle. Tuddle in Florida.
From the Vapor Shades Hobo Fish Camp, it's the Tuddle Daily Podcast.
Anarchy! Anarchy! Anarchy!
No wonder nobody likes you, Tuddle. Everything's a goddamn debate.
Welcome to another edition of the Tuddle Daily Podcast. Hope you guys are having a great day so far. Don't forget, if you haven't already done it, go to my YouTube channel, youtube.com/Tuddle, because every single night at 8, I do the Tuddle Daily Podcast live stream. You can go there, make sure you subscribe, youtube.com/Tuddle, as well as subscribe. Make sure you hit that bell button, because when you hit that bell button, you're going to get alerted to any time that I put up any new uploads or I go live at 8. Follow me on Twitter, twitter.com/Tuddle. I talked a little bit about this last night on my YouTube live stream and the car problem. I ended up just having $600 worth of work done on my PT Cruiser. I already took it back once because the check engine light came back on. And they fixed it. They were like, oh, well, the computer's memory just needed to be fixed. Now, check engine light's back on again. What the hell is going on? And to make things even worse, it's the same error code. It's the cam sensor valve or whatever it is that they replace. Because I don't know if you know this on PT Cruisers. If you turn it on to the on position 3 times, and then on the third, let it stay there, it'll let you know what the error code is. It's the same exact thing. So I called them today. Oh, we can't see you until Monday. Motherfucker. I have somewhere I have to be. Luckily, my dad's going to let me use his truck. But what the hell? I mean, am I just going overboard with this whole thing? Because I should be first in line after the money that I spent, and you're telling me, oh, you got to wait till Monday. No, motherfucker, fix my shit like you were supposed to do the first time. My God. You know, I talked about this. You know, I've never owned a brand new car in my entire life. But at some point, I'm kind of like, I'm going to have to pull the trigger because all the pieces of shit that I've had in my life, yeah, I've had a good run with this PT Cruiser, but guess what? It just seems like it's going to be a money pit now. I'd like to hear from you. You can email me, tuddle@gmail.com, or leave me a voicemail, 407-270-3044. All right, I want to be careful about the next topic I'm about to talk about. I don't know if any of you guys saw this story, but up in Boston, a high school football coach and the team has been banned from playing the season because of using audible calls. Now, if you don't know what audible calls are and you're not a football fan, you use like code words or whatever it may be to change a play at the line of scrimmage, depending on what type of defense the other team is playing. Now, the way that this story was pitched, that it was anti-Semitic words that were being used as audible calls. I'm going to play this audio, and I want to hear from you. Like I said, I am not Jewish at all, so I really don't know if these terms are actually, like, anti-Semitic, because they're actually, like, I don't know. Just listen to the story.
Duxbury High School has canceled its varsity football game against Hingham on Friday and its freshman and JV games later this weekend, all because of the team's actions.
It's very, very disappointing.
An anti-Semitic play call. The Duxbury High School football team is accused of yelling insensitive terms while calling an audible during a game against Plymouth North last weekend.
My understanding is that Auschwitz, Rabbi, and Dreidel were substituted for the names of place.
All right. Like I said, once again, I'm not Jewish, but how are those three words anti-Semitic? Auschwitz, a real place, because we don't teach history anymore in high school. It's all about math and English or whatever language. And I just don't get it. Like, Auschwitz is a real place. Now, what do they call the head of a Jewish church or synagogue or whatever they call it? They call it a rabbi. Am I right or am I wrong? And a dreidel is an actual Jewish kid's toy, kind of like a top. So please explain to me how that is anti-Semitic. There's a lot of anti-Semitic words that I know that I'm not even going to say, like the word that starts with an H or the word that starts with a K. That's anti-Semitic. Yes. If I heard that and I'm on the defense, I'd be like, "Ooh, what the fuck's going on here?" I mean, that's pretty, that is very anti-Semitic if you use those words. But Auschwitz, dreidel, and rabbi, I don't get it. I really don't. And if you are a Jewish listener, I'm not trying to offend you at all, but please, I would love to hear from you. Email me, tuddle@gmail.com. Or leave me a voicemail, 407-270-3044.
Now the Anti-Defamation League is working with the school, and an independent investigator is trying to figure out how this was allowed.
We want to be a resource, but we also want to be part of the long-term solution.
The district fired head coach Dave Mamaram Wednesday because of the incident and placed him on administrative leave from his job as a special education teacher. In a statement, the superintendent said, "The outrage is real, warranted, and we hear it. The fact that members of our school community used such offensive language, including anti-Semitic language, is horrifying and disappointing."
I don't want to sound like a broken record, but how is the word Auschwitz, which is a real place, dreidel, which Jewish kids play with, and rabbi? I thought rabbi was actually a respected term. And the sad thing is that the kids are actually getting punished for this. Because if I'm just being honest, half of the kids, like I said, back to what I was saying, they don't really teach history anymore in high school. They're all worried about how well they do on the state tests because, that's how a lot of these schools get their funding, which I think is completely ass backwards because you would think that the schools that aren't doing that well would get more money. But no, they want to give more money to the schools that are already doing well. I'm starting to believe more and more systematic racism is a real thing in this country. But, like, I don't know, man, because I don't want to be insensitive at all. The Jews, I don't even know, is that anti-Semitic to say the Jews? Because they've been through a lot. They get a lot of hate. And I could understand if a Jewish person found that offensive. But I really don't know. Like I said, those are actual, things. Auschwitz was a place. A dreidel is something that Jewish kids play with. And the leader of a synagogue, I think that's what you call a Jewish church, is a rabbi. What is the problem?
I don't know how a coach would allow this to happen, where, to me, it's a lack of respect for, the Jewish culture, the Jewish religion, and it's just very surprising.
State Senator Barry Feingold, who is Jewish and played football in high school and college, reached out to the football team, offering to educate them on the history of the word.
When someone says Auschwitz, I don't think these young people understand how harmful and hurtful that is.
Once again, like I said, why punish the kids? Because you know what is really, really sad? And I may be like overshooting the statistics on this one, but I could almost guarantee you if you asked every high school kid in the United States, 80% of them would not even know what the fuck Auschwitz it even is. Nobody, I guarantee you, most high school students probably do not know what Auschwitz is.
To people that are Jewish.
It's shocking.
Duxbury residents are beside themselves, and a local group called Duxbury for All says there's a lot of work to be done.
This is really a pretty nice town, and our hope is to make this a more diverse and inclusive place.
And the future of the Duxbury High football season is up in the air. The superintendent announced that not only are all games canceled for this weekend, but he'll be making a decision about the rest of the season at a later date. In Duxbury, Christina Rex, WBZ News.
Yeah, makes plenty of sense. Let's punish a lot of kids that just want to play football. Maybe the only reason that they go to school and they want to work on their grades is because they want to play football, just because some coach. Now, I'll admit, it is dumb as hell for this coach to even think that that would be okay. But like I said, I see the problem, but how are those words anti-Semitic? Auschwitz, dreidel, and rabbi. I'm just like, I don't know, man. I don't want you to think like I'm trying to shock jock you. I'm trying to be offensive. I'm trying to be polarizing, because that's not it. I want to learn. And like I said, if there are any of my Jewish supporters out there that listen to the Tuddle Daily Podcast, I want to hear from you. Please email me, tuddle@gmail.com, or leave me a voicemail, 407-270-3044.
He's a nerd,
I've only been arrested one time.
a radio personality,
Professionally, I'm not in the best position that I've ever been in.
and hot talk satirizer.
You would think with everything that's going on, a Caucasian like myself wouldn't be able to randomly talk to an African American or a minority.
You're listening to the Tuddle Daily Podcast. Wish you could have just flown and had your vehicle arrive a day or two later so you can enjoy more time doing what's important to you? Well, you can. Just give Starfire Transport a call. Let the professionals do the driving while you're flying. Starfire Transport specializes in RV and auto transport. They'll also haul watercraft from boats to PWCs, cargo trailers, and more. Service available throughout the continental United States. So don't wait. Call Brian today at 574-349-4193 or 989-751-6106 for your next move. 10% off for veterans past or present. Also, make sure to tell them Tuddle sent you for an additional discount. That's Starfire Transport. Do you have something you want to say?
Hey, what kind of preacher is you?
Leave Tuddle a voicemail.
Cause you kind of ignorant.
Especially if you think he's being an asshole.
No nigga, bitch.
Will your hurtful comments offend Tuddle?
No, baby.
Call the show at 407-270-3044.
No, baby.
What's the guy's name again?
Charlie.
I totally forgot. I don't want to.
Too many
I don't
C
want to pull a
words.
Curtis. I don't want to like. I don't
It
want
was
to pull
Chris.
a Curtis.
It was a Chris on
Yeah.
a Clint. Now we
It
have
was
a Kurt on a
No,
Charlie.
see, I call. So is it Curtis Rendall or Rendall?
Charlie.
Charlie.
Charlie bit my finger. And he's
Oh,
British
man.
too. So
Yeah.
it could be him. It could be the kid. He just grew
What
up.
if it is, and like that bite in the finger like caused him to
Yeah.
be, well,
to,
you know, I'm not
turn
gonna
into a
say
mutant. Say
Listen,
mutant. I think
I'm
they like
gonna-
mutant better.
I'm gonna be cool about the whole thing. Like because I wanna hear the guy's story. But like, what time is it right now? It
You ever
is
see-
4:29. What if we get stood up by
That's impossible. Oh,
No,
drum roll.
Jesus. Okay, god damn it, Serak. See, now I thought I was the one
I know.
insensitive
I need
asshole.
to behave because I don't have any children yet, so I really shouldn't make any type of jokes about. You know what I mean?
I
You don't wanna
wanted
curse
to talk
yourself.
to you. I wanted to talk to you about that. You know,
Kids.
the girl that you're with right now. Like, does it
Am I planning to have
matter?
children with her? Yeah, I probably will.
Okay, but like, do you have a preference? Because my
children?
thought, yeah, like, okay, because when I was married, I was like, oh, I pray to God I don't have a girl because I know how I was when I in my younger years.
Yeah. I mean,
come
I
on,
feel like
you've done, all right. So he's here.
okay.
Is Charlie on?
My finger.
Hello.
Nah,
I'm just
there he
waiting for
goes.
him.
What's up, Charlie?
I don't hear anything.
Damn.
Just waiting for the audio to connect here. Are you there, buddy?
Yeah, can you hear me?
Yes, I can. How are you today, man?
Good, man. You?
I'm doing wonderful. What part of the UK are you calling us from, Charlie?
Just outside London.
Outside London. So, see, I've been to London before, and because I'm a big football fan. You for
I've
my
lost you there, guys. 2 6.
Wait. Who do you root? Who do you support?
I've lost your connection, guys.
Okay, can you
hear us now?
Yeah, it's coming back.
Okay,
2 seconds.
so-
I'm just trying to connect. For some reason, my camera's not connecting, but.
Oh,
hey,
we're just doing audio. We're
yeah.
just doing audio. We're just doing audio today. That's
Okay.
it. Okay.
No
so,
worries.
Yeah, no worries. So, what football team do you support around the area? Are you? Can I guess? It's either Arsenal or Tottenham.
Oh no, Chelsea all the way.
Chelsea, yes.
Oh, Chelsea all
Good
the
choice.
way.
Good choice. I'm a big fan of Chelsea.
Oh, dude, I'm a big man, dude. Manchester
man.
United all the way, buddy. Come on, man.
Nah, we don't like red in this house.
Yeah,
Exactly.
Well,
This is
well,
we
we
Crips
don't
over
like
here.
blue either. Here, we don't like that light blue stuff that Man City wears, and we don't like the dark blue that Chelsea. My producer Vulture is the biggest Arsenal fan as well too. So, Charlie, tell people once again. Well, you couldn't even tell them once again because you haven't even done it. But tell people a little bit about yourself and how people can check out your content.
Yeah. So my name's Charlie Rendall. I am 22 years of age. I suffer with a condition called cerebral palsy. And in my spare time, I run a personal blog and brand called Not Quite Politically Correct, shortened to NQPC. And it covers...
I love it. I love it.
NQPC.
Yes, I like the play on words there.
And we kind of just try and approach disability in like a fun, friendly way that's not too serious. Because my biggest thing is I always think people are worried that you're going to chuck a lawsuit at them or get offended really easily. So I try and approach it in a really like funny, friendly way. So I'm the first person to take the mickey out of myself. So yeah, that's what we kind of do on my channel, really.
Charlie, do you dress up as Professor X for Halloween?
Yeah, that would.
No, but I am in a couple of my friends' phones. I am down as Charles Xavier.
Yeah, because you got cerebral palsy in the comic book, like his
he
room
doesn't have
with the
CP. He doesn't have CP, does he?
Yeah, that's what he just said. But with the room, Professor X
No,
doesn't. The room is called cerebral, that he gets in the minds of all the mutants and stuff like that. So I just thought that could kind of be cool. I mean, I'm not trying to throw shade, but that'd be a great, Halloween costume or idea.
I mean, yeah, definitely. Yeah. I also can go as Ed Sheeran though, because I'm ginger as well, so it works.
Yeah. Or you could go as Ron Weasley from the Harry Potter flicks as well too.
Or you can go as the Queen's Bush. Just kidding. That was a joke. No offense.
Hey, so Charlie, let me ask you. So what are people talking about in the United Kingdom right now when it comes to the big Oprah interview with Harry and Meghan Markle?
I'd probably say the biggest talking point for us over here is the bust up it's caused with Piers Morgan. So Piers Morgan used to present a major morning TV show.
Yeah,
over here in
he
the
walked
UK.
off. He walked off, didn't he?
Yeah. Yeah, and I think that's probably the biggest talking point. The other big talking point is where everyone falls on the side line of like patriarchy in terms of, are we still patriotic to the Queen, or do we agree with some of Meghan's points? I'm sort of, I don't really have too much of an opinion on it. I don't follow it too much. I think, particularly in the news at the moment, I don't get too involved because it's all very depressing.
Yeah.
with COVID and everything else. I try and sort of steer away from it, really.
Now, Charlie, and we'll get in back to more, but I'm very interested because I consider myself an Anglophile. I love Doctor Who. Doctor Who is one of my favorite shows of all
Doctor
time.
Who?
Yeah, you've never watched Doctor Who before?
No, I don't even know who that is. Is that a real person? Is it based off a real person? Like
Charlie,
like a Sherlock Holmes type of deal?
No, he is a Time Lord. He's the last
of
Time
the Time
Lord. Yes, and he travels in a time machine called a TARDIS, which means time and relative dimension in space.
What? Oh, okay. Now, since you explained it that way, now it makes sense. Sorry.
Now,
I just didn't think.
Now, his time machine is a police call box, though.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So, like, wait, those red.
No, not red. We're talking about the old. It's blue, right?
The
Charlie?
blue ones.
Oh, so the old ones are
ones.
blue. The new ones are red.
Yeah. I'm telling you, can I get you to watch an episode of Doctor Who and see if you will review it, Serak?
So he's a doctor of time, and he goes into kind of like Superman goes into like the phone booth, but this guy goes into the police booth.
Charlie,
go back in the time.
Charlie, I mean, tell me you watch Doctor Who, right?
I mean, I must admit, I haven't watched this since I was a kid, mostly because it scared the life out of me when I was a kid. I always remember. Do you remember the episode with the kids with the gas masks?
Oh,
I remember watching that
you my
show.
mummy? Are you my mummy? Yeah.
Scared the life out of me, and that was it. I was never watching that show ever again.
I gotta look this up, Doctor Who.
Now, Serak, Doctor Who. So the thing about Time Lords, and it's smart. Like how when a character or an actor wants to leave a TV show, they're like, oh, well, we can't do the TV show anymore. Okay. Now, the Time Lords, which Doctor Who is, all right. Now, whenever he is injured, he can regenerate himself and he becomes a new person.
That's not fair. That's not fair. I can't watch shows that are not fair like that. Like where he just
how is that not fair?
Because if he can just regenerate, like what's his like problem in the series? Like what can he solve? Like he's immortal. He can travel back and forth through time. Like what issues does this guy have?
He only gets a certain amount of regenerations, though.
Yeah, but I mean, we don't get regenerations, and we still don't mention the fuck that up. So I mean, what is he doing to where he needs to regenerate all the time?
Like if he gets hurt, like I mean, there's been some dumb ways that they've died. Now let's get back to Charlie. Now, Charlie, I gotta ask you a couple of questions.
Yep.
So, growing up, at what age were you starting to be affected by your CP?
Okay, so my condition started when I was 4 weeks old. So what happened was I came out of hospital. I was born 12 weeks premature. Came out of hospital, and they basically said to my mum, like, take him home, get him settled in. He does need a blood transfusion because he hasn't got enough white blood cells, but take him home. And this was on the Friday, and then bring him back on the Tuesday for his blood transfusion. And on the Sunday, I caught a throat infection and stopped breathing on my mum's lap. And here we are today. I mean, to be honest, it's people always ask, like, do you know any different? And obviously, I was so young, like I don't. Like, for me, this is normal. Like, everyone goes, like, oh, your legs feel really weird. And I'm like, no, they just feel. Look, I don't.
They're just on vacation.
Different.
They just taking a break right now. Like, damn, you know what I mean?
Now,
I get, fresh.
Now, Charlie, and this is not me trying to be a shock jock or anything, but
it is Charlie. What he's about to say is exactly what he said he's not going to say.
I mean, how old did you say you are? Because before I ask this question, I just want to make sure. Like,
I was
22, right?
Yeah, I'm 22 now. 4 weeks old when it all kicked off.
Okay, can people with CP get erections? Is what I'm
Yes,
what
we
I'm asking.
can. I mean, I
Okay.
actually, my second to most recent video answers that question completely. Can disabled people have sex? The answer is
yeah, they can.
yeah.
Honestly,
I mean,
I try. If I was like, if I had like no arms, no legs, no head, no, as long as like my dick was there, like my body would still.
Okay, but
do it.
Serak, we have been with women, and so I don't know if it's a
Doesn't
United
matter.
States
Like,
thing,
it's just
but
like an
women
urge.
do not know how to like. Maybe it's just me, you know. On top, they don't like know exactly what they're doing. If you know what I'm talking about.
I mean, like, it's. I mean, again, in the video, I thought like when I started out, yeah, it was a lot of being bottom, but like, to be honest, I gotta say, my girlfriend's got skills, but then again, she's had a lot of practice.
Oh, wait. So,
Yeah, like
girlfriend.
So,
you
Charlie,
gotta-
does she just like hop on and you just kind of like just roll around the whole place? Like,
yeah,
let
pretty
me answer the
much.
door real quick. That's pretty cool.
I mean, as well, like the weirdest thing I think people don't understand is these have like obviously my muscles are all naturally like really tight because of my condition, and it's been a massive like muscle relaxer. Like I can be given any drug in the world, but
Yeah,
sex just does it all.
Oh my God! So tell me, like, how did you meet the chick, your girlfriend that you're with right now?
So we met basically. We met my best friend went to a job interview up near where my girlfriend originally is from. It's in the Midlands, so it's the middle of England. They speak really weirdly.
Is it a Cockney accent?
No, Cockney's more mine. My parents are from Central London. They've got what's called a Brummie accent, so they're a Birmingham accent. I'm not going to do my best mimic because it's terrible. But if you've seen, have you guys got a show in the States called Peaky Blinders? Has that come over to you guys?
Yeah. I've watched. Well, my co-host Serak doesn't watch anything, so he
No,
plays
I'm just
video
bad
games.
with the titles. I watch a lot of stuff. It's just I couldn't tell you what it was.
So yeah,
you
like Peaky Blinders is like.
Are you a gamer, Charlie?
Mainstream gamer. I'm very like Call of Duty,
Warzone, baby. I already know you on it.
Warzone, FIFA. Like FIFA for me, like soccer's massive over here in the UK, so FIFA's a big thing for me. But yeah, I'm not heavily into it. Too busy doing other stuff, but mostly do it when the girlfriend's doing her makeup or doing whatever. So.
Man, oh man, I bet Charlie seems like his pimp hand's pretty strong, Serak. Like, you know, talking
Well,
about
it has
doing
to
the
be.
makeup. Yeah, I mean,
What do you mean? I mean, you can't use bottom half. Pimp half got to be twice as strong, right? I don't know how that works. I mean, I figure other things would be stronger if other things are weaker, right?
I mean, one of my nicknames was in school was Cryptnim because obviously disabled and I had a massive chest because I'm actually I used to swim almost. I say almost. That sounds terrible, but like I almost made it onto Team GB, so I used to spend a lot of time swimming. So yeah, got a massive chest.
Okay.
wow.
Do you work out at all? Do you work out a lot?
I bet he can bench more. Serak claims he can bench like 350, but
I don't claim that. Listen, so I mean, I'm in the gym quite often. We'll say about 4 to 5 times a week.
Charlie, think of Denzel on like 5 rounds of like steroids, like a couple around. Yeah, like
okay. You ever seen the movie Creed? I kind of have that same build with Michael B.
Michael B. Jordan.
Yeah, I get that a lot. Yeah,
I loved you in Just Mercy.
I must admit, like over here in the UK, like gyms haven't been open for 3 months now, and I feel like no joke, I feel like I've lost a limb. I'm like, I don't know what to do with myself because I used to be in the gym 5 days a week just because it was what I enjoyed doing. But now it's like, okay, Boris, can we stop messing around and just get on with it and let us out?
Yeah, I mean, we're down. We live here in Florida, and I mean, I'm sure you see on the news all the time. Like Florida's kind of like the test animal, and we're kind of like the first for nonsense. So
our governor doesn't give a fuck. He's letting it eat.
Yeah,
like South, like Miami right now. Spring break has been crazy as hell.
Yep,
down there, like big time.
But yeah, man. I mean, all the shit is open over here. So if you need a workout in, I mean, I don't know your financial situation, but a quick flight to Florida or Tampa, Florida. I'm telling you, man, you be buff as hell. You be at the beach. Girls be loving you. I mean, you be riding around town. Oh my God.
Greatest strip clubs, fully nude. Like,
yeah, we're strip club capital of the world, right?
Yeah, basically.
Jesus.
Man, I do. I really want to go back over to the States. I haven't been in ages. Last time I was there for a surgery, so that wasn't too exciting.
Where at? Were you in Orlando for?
No, I was in St. Louis, Missouri.
Okay.
So they have a groundbreaking surgery out there where they like opened up my spine and severed my spine.
Oh,
that
sounds like a stinger.
Yeah, I mean it was like talk about like rewiring your brain. I mean, I had to relearn everything. It was a
God, that must be like it must be like a weird like nerve feeling, like not forgetting, but having to relearn like movements.
Yeah, I mean, I remember basically we stayed in this like apartment hotel place where all the British families stay, and I remember my dad kind of chucked me into the swimming pool, and I just like sank to the bottom because my body just didn't know how to compute swimming.
He's trying to kill me.
Hey, Charlie, don't worry. Every white trash father in Florida does that. By the way, they just throw their kid in there and be like, "Hey, sink or swim, buddy."
Charlie, I was just doing a little bit of research, and I see that you. I mean, I don't know how recent this is, but you do voice acting. Is that correct?
Yeah, I've only just started. Doing voice acting.
How did you get into that? And where do you go to do that? You just call people and they're just like, you sound pretty good. You want to work for me?
To be honest, it was all through Instagram. Like this girl popped up and was like, I'm starting a new agency. We're looking for like diversity. And look, I just ticked both boxes because like ginger and in a wheelchair. I mean, I'm also short. So it's like, but yeah, they were like, oh, we're looking for diversity. So I was like, okay. And then she said, would you be interested? And I said, well, I've never tried it before, but I'll give it a go. And yeah, so we've started that up now. I'm one of their representatives, and yeah, it's been good fun.
So what do they have you like? I mean, I know you say you just started, but like, what do they have you doing? Are you like voice acting for like? Yeah, are you reading something? Are you like playing a role for a character?
It's a lot of like reading stuff, and like I say, with ads, it's a lot of ad stuff. As I say, it's all very new to me. Like I'm more of your traditional actor, if you can call it like that. Okay. I'm just a big personality. I mean, personally, I don't think my voice is that great, but they did, so great.
Are you kidding me? Charlie, listen to my voice, okay? I have the worst. Listen, I mean, it's not the most successful radio career that I've ever had, but 22 years
compared to the other one you had.
Yeah, I mean, 22 years in radio with the voice that I have. What I tell people is that I don't have that stereotypical booming radio voice that everybody has.
No. I mean, but you have a unique one, Tuddle.
I have the most recognizable voice in Central Florida.
Tuddle, it sounds like someone's like has their hands around your neck, like constantly, like about to choke you out. That's what it sounds like. Well, to me at least, but it sounds good though.
Like, I don't want to be offensive. Offensive, but to me, it sounds like Siri sped up.
I just got burned by Charlie.
1.5 speed.
No, but Charlie, though, I'm glad that you make that joke. Do you know this happens to me all the time? And when I go to fast food places to order something at the speaker, after I get done ordering my food and stuff, they'll give me the total. They'll be like, oh, it's $10.50. Pull up to the next window, ma'am. They always think I'm a chick. Uh-huh. And then when I pull up to the window, it's just an awkward moment when they're like, oh, holy shit, this guy is it's a dude, not a woman.
Yeah, I mean, Tony, you could be like a voiceover artist for like, side effects for like pharmaceutical commercials. You just fucking speed through them. Back pain, neck pain, sore eyes, congestion, chest pain.
It's because of all the Adderall I take, probably.
Oh man, but Charlie, man, that's pretty, that's pretty cool. And I was also reading, that you were, I mean, I don't know if they just took this out of context, but you wanted to start a brand of gyms, right, for people with disabilities.
So that was actually something I did. Well, I planned it all in school. Some at my current gym, I got it set up so that when I go in, I book in with one of the PTs. So it's not so much that I need help with training. It's just more so I have a spare pair of hands for moving weights around. And
wait, so you have a
machines.
CP? You have a CPPT?
Yeah, pretty much.
Okay.
What the hell is a CPPT? I know what a PT is. What's the CP?
Well, cerebral palsy, right?
CP.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. CP. CPPT.
So my idea was that I wanted to set up a gym that I could do it so that my clients would come in, they'd have like 2 or 3 people trained to work with them, and then obviously that it's more of a comfortable environment for anyone with a disability.
Right.
Because for someone with a disability, when they first step into the gym, it's as it is for anyone, but add a disability into the mix, it gets really nerve-wracking. So if you can give them those couple of people where they can just sort of latch onto and sort of really develop their confidence as well as their like physique.
Charlie,
what
do you mention, Charlie?
Back when I was training properly, obviously, like I say, with lockdown, not so much, but back when I was training about 8, I'm not sure the American conversion.
Yeah, I know.
That's okay. I can pull it up. I got Google.
80 kilos is what I was on.
Kilos.
I love how the British say
stones.
stones.
170. We'll say 175.
That's way more than I could do.
That's like double yours, isn't it, Tuddle?
Yeah.
Tuddle, have you been bench?
I do a lot of push-ups. I can do a lot of push-ups.
Yeah, but you just that's natural. Babies could do that shit.
But Charlie, no, I can out-push up a baby all day every day.
I'm saying like every person naturally should be able to do like at least one.
I will challenge any baby to a push-up contest, and I will smoke their ass.
Actually, babies are strong as fuck for babies. Like they have a lot of. I mean, obviously they're not gonna be lifting 100-some pounds, but like they have in comparison, scale-wise, they're really strong for their size.
Hey, Charlie. Now talking about working out and stuff, were you bullied a lot in school?
Hell yeah. You can just imagine it. Being in a wheelchair and ginger and short, it was just game over from day one.
Is there a lot of ginger hate? Is there a lot of ginger hate? Because I've always I think it is. I think the Brits like what does everybody have against the
I mean,
gingers?
I remember I was out in St. Louis. It was around Mardi Gras, and oh my god, you guys love ginger hair. It was so weird. I was like the most popular guy you've ever seen. It was strange. Whereas back here,
we love gingers here.
Redheaded women. We red on the head.
It's like it's just something different. It's some. I guess over there, you guys, Ireland's pretty close, so I assume a lot of them are redheaded. Once you have a lot of something, you're like, oh fuck. Versus
my dad,
like something new.
My mom has dark hair, but my dad, like, he got drunk one night and was talking about how, your mom's got the reddest pubic hair and shit. And I was like, I mean, do I need to hear about that stuff? I mean, like, Dad, do you really need to share that with me?
This will throw you for a loop. So my girlfriend's actually ginger as well.
Oh, you're going to have the reddest,
oh my God,
freckled kid that you could ever imagine.
Might be orange. I feel like after so much red, it has to change colors, right? Or it just turns to straight like gold. Oh, Charlie. So wait, your girlfriend, but what's I mean, me and Tuddle were talking before we had you on, but is marriage in in your future here?
I don't know, guys. Like, I think the biggest thing as well, like without sounding too, the biggest thing, obviously, in a relationship with someone with a disability, there's that higher level of trust. So,
right.
Like, I can't really do the whole.
You get on a knee. You can't. I mean, could you get down on one knee, like the traditional, American way?
We've had
you would have to do it like immediately right out of bed.
Yeah,
as soon as you wake up.
I mean, the thing is, like, we've had this conversation before. I was like, it's either going to have to be a serious production because I can't get down on one knee because I can't differentiate between movements. So, like, if I do one movement with one leg, the other leg just copies. So I was saying it's either going to have to be a major production with my mates where they come in.
Your
on
mates
the
have
beat
the mates have got to have your back, man. Like,
Yeah.
you know.
Or it's either going to be down on both knees and look like I'm begging, which is not a good look.
Please marry me, please.
No, Charlie, you should make her get down on her knees, if you know what I'm saying. And
been there, done
hey,
that, got the t-shirt.
I mean, what about that? Like, what if he pits? Well, I mean, that would be a big ass ring because I'm sure Charlie is packing. But what if it was a cock ring, Serak, that you proposed with?
I mean, if I mean, it would. That wouldn't be a bad idea, right? Because then you're implying that, hey, baby, not only do I want to marry you, but you're getting me extremely excited anyway, right? Like if it didn't work, like you would just be like kind of chubby or what do they call it, flaccid? Is that the word? And you know, like, obviously, like that's how they really should base like relationships. Like if your dick doesn't get hard by the sight of your woman, then that is not your woman.
Yeah, I agree with that.
Period. Like let's just bring out the man instincts and just tell it how it is. Forget this PC bullshit that we have to deal with. Hell, even you call it the NQPC. Fuck all that.
Yeah.
If your dick doesn't get hard by seeing your woman, then that's probably somebody else's woman.
Yeah.
Now, Charlie, I man, there's so many questions. I could sit here and talk to you forever, but one of the things that I like so much about, you know, because I said I'm kind of like an Anglophile, I respect. See, here in America,
what is an Anglophile, Tuddle?
Anglophile is a fan of British culture.
Oh, okay.
So like here in America, if you call somebody a cunt, it's go time, right? Like,
yeah.
I mean, Serak, right?
What?
Like if you call a woman a cunt here in the United States, I mean that
I don't know, man. You hear some of the songs out there, man. Some of the songs like WAP and thought this, thought that. Cunt is cunt is something you say.
But cunt is a term of endearment almost in the United Kingdom, in my opinion.
No, it's not. no, it's the worst. It's the worst possible thing you could call a person in English. In England.
Really? It's the worst thing you could call them as a cunt?
If you're calling someone a cunt, you're begging for a fight.
Wow.
The one word that we see differently to you is fanny. That has a different meaning completely.
Like F word for gays, maybe? Am I right or am I wrong?
Yeah, faggot's different as well. Over here, we don't really use that.
That's a cigarette over there, though, correct?
Is it?
It's you wouldn't necessarily call a cigarette a faggot. You'd call it a fag.
Yes.
So, I mean, I say fanny's probably the weirdest one because, like, for you guys, obviously it's your backside, isn't it?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but I don't think I've ever used that term to just like I know like a fanny pack, which is kind of like the little mini backpack you put around your waist.
Yeah, that fanny, white dads wear.
I say like ass, butt, dunk, jump in the trunk, thicker than the Snickers, whatever you could think of. But fanny, I don't know. Maybe that should be a new one. Maybe I'll start using that. Like, wow, you see the fanny on that one, Mike.
I'm trying to think of the words you guys say that we don't. I mean, like rubbish is one. Like, rubbish is one we say, but you guys don't.
Yeah, rubbish is like a bunch of trash, isn't it?
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. But get this though, Serak, if you're going on vacation, in the UK, you're going on holiday, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Wait.
Yeah.
Yeah, I guess.
No,
what are you asking?
Guessing. No, all right. So here we're saying, hey, we're going on vacation. In the United Kingdom, you say, hey, I'm going on holiday.
Yeah.
Holiday, wouldn't a holiday just be whatever holiday it is?
No.
I mean, the thing is, like, that's the weird thing. We use that term as well. Like, the festive season could be called a holiday. Like, that does work both ways. It's just for us, we don't call a vacation a vacation. We call it a holiday. We're going on holiday.
Oh, okay. All right, that makes sense. So what's a vacation then?
Vacation is a thing Americans say.
Oh, it's nothing. Like, oh, okay.
It's normally like, where are you from? Oh, I'm from LA. Oh, okay, that makes sense.
I'm going to fucking. I'm telling my boss tomorrow. I need a holiday. Yeah, boss, I'm taking a holiday.
Here, you know another one that I like. All right, here I want to see if Serak knows this one because I said I'm an Anglophile. If somebody said, "Are you taking a piss on me?" Or are you taking a piss?
Am I taking a piss? A whiz? They call it whiz, right?
No, are you taking the piss? If you're taking the piss, you're taking.
You're fucking joking with somebody, or you're fucking with them.
You're fucking with them.
So then, what's piss off?
Or it's like someone will ask me to do something, and it's like, are you taking the piss? Because it's like something ridiculous.
Okay,
can you go run 200 meters? No.
Could you say like, piss off with that rubbish, Mike? Taking a holiday.
I mean,
don't ask me shit when I'm on my holiday.
That wouldn't necessarily like that. I mean, you'd be weird if you said it, but we'd understand what you meant.
Yeah, like, are you American? Like, piss off. Piss off.
So they're going, you just decided to chuck every word you could in there, didn't you?
Yeah. Hey, Charlie, and I don't mean to end on a very serious question, but you know, in 2020 here in the United States, we dealt with a lot of racial issues. What is it like? Because, you know, I don't think people realize that the United Kingdom, you know, I've done a lot of reading. Racism is a problem in the United Kingdom.
Yeah.
Is
it? Yeah.
It's worse than here?
I mean, it's pretty bad, Serak, man.
It's
like
more like you guys, because I was talking to one of my best friends about he's originally, well, his family's originally from Nigeria, so we were chatting about it, and it's a lot more subdued over here. Like people, it's a very hush subject. It's obviously it's in the public eye at the moment because the whole BLM movement, but it's not as big and as prevalent as it is over in the States. But it's more so, I think, in my opinion, it's that whole thing of like that British mentality of, oh, we'll just ignore it and hope it goes away.
Right.
So it's definitely something that's here, and it definitely needs to be spoken about more. And I think changing people's perception of it, particularly those that are older, like I often have heated discussions with my parents about it because they see it as like, oh, I get the point, but now they're overkilling it, and I'm like, no, because it's a bigger thing than that. You can't just go, oh, they had their week. Now they shut up.
All right, mate, piss off with that rubbish.
But Serak, you don't realize this is that the racial abuse that goes on towards black players in soccer is pretty bad at some point.
Yeah, I don't know why they don't get up in the crowd like the Detroit Pistons and start whooping some ass. Like,
oh, dude. Well, you don't have a guy like Ben Wallace or
that's the thing.
That crazy ass dude from the Pacers.
I feel like in the UK and stuff, you guys have a lot more, like, I would say, like, you could just say like African immigrants. It's just a different. I mean, racism is still the same, but it's just a different culture.
Hey,
you know, so like here we have. I mean, African or black people in America is a little bit more. You know, they speak out a lot more than, you know, say for instance, like immigrants coming, you know, into the UK, which most likely are probably fighting for some form of citizenship first before you know they deal with the whole racism thing. So.
Now, Serak, one of the greatest like things that the guy just completely reversed it. You know, these soccer players run like massive amount during a match. Okay, they were throwing bananas at a black player one time, and he just picked it up and was like, "Hey, thanks for the potassium, buddy," and he just started eating it. Like, I mean, no, I'm for real.
No,
I
heard that story.
Yeah, I'm trying to think who it was. I think it was. I can't remember who it was. I think it might have been Raheem Sterling.
Was it a Chelsea player?
No, Raheem played
for damn, I forgot.
Manchester City, I think Raheem, right? Or no, or
City.
Liverpool.
No, it's Raheem. He used to play for Liverpool. Now he's at City. But I'm not. I might be wrong there. I might be completely wrong. The other thing we find really I like American football as well. But one thing I always find really weird is so stop-start, guys. Like why you gotta play so many ads? Like you just get on with the game.
Yeah, that's what's tough. You know.
Hey, I'm sorry, Charlie. I wanted to ask you. You know, I mean, he might not be having the greatest year right now, but it seems like Marcus Rashford is becoming a big time activist.
Who's Marcus Rashford?
Yeah, yeah, definitely. I mean, he's played a massive part in the whole free school meals for people that are struggling over here in the UK.
Serak, see, like none of the kids, just like here in the United States, there are some kids like when school's not going on, they're not getting the meals. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And Marcus Rashford, basically, and he's like one of the biggest names in European football. He got the prime minister of the United Kingdom to make some changes where kids were getting fed.
Wow, isn't that crazy? Right? Like, we sometimes we downplay the impact of like sports and sports figures, and I don't know that they're not all like people you should look up to or idols. I get that they're just they're good at what they do, but like it's just crazy. Like even like a LeBron James, like you can love him, you could hate him, but just the impact he can make by just a suggestion or a tweet. I'm just put basketball aside, right? Just the power of what he can change, and just like with the other guy, most people would say like, why don't they donate their salary? Like, fuck no, you think I'm gonna donate my salary to feed some kids?
In fairness, like some of the British Premier League players have.
They did donate.
Yeah, Timo Werner gave 80% of his wages away.
Wow. See, they don't report that on the news every day.
But Serak, they get paid by the week, and some of these players are getting like, I think one of the worst deals that Manchester United ever made was for Alexis Sanchez, and he was getting like $600,000 a week.
What do you like? What's the biggest? What's Ronaldo's contract? For,
Ronaldo, yeah.
I don't even want to guess.
Well, endorsements are probably like most of
it. But just from the team though, isn't it like shit, man? I forgot. It's
Juventus.
Oh man,
yeah, Juventus, yeah. But Serak, see, in soccer, it's a little bit different. Like, when you trade a player and stuff, you actually got to pay the other team money just to get the rights for the player. Then you got to pay the salary to the player.
Okay, I mean, that makes sense.
But I mean, they don't do that here in the United States.
Well, yeah, you got to pay. You got to offer a contract. Yeah. I mean, you got to pay the player regardless.
The one thing I will say that you guys do better than we do is we call it grassroots sport. So like starting out, so you're like college football, your college swimming teams, we don't have that set up here. So like our college football team, you'd be lucky if you get 12 people watching that game.
Yeah. Because they're all academies, right? Like they sign these players at young ages and stuff. Listen, I know we're going to bore the hell out of my American listeners talking about soccer and stuff. But buddy, man, Charlie, I really appreciate it. This was a great conversation to have.
No worries, guys. Great.
Tell people once again how they can find out your stuff.
Yeah, so you can find me anywhere. Just look for NQPC. So on Twitter and Instagram, I'm N_Q_P_C. And anywhere, if you search me on Google, I'm here, there, and everywhere. So you'll be able to find me. I'm the ginger guy with a top knot, so you'll be able to find me.
NQCP. Here, I'm on Twitter trying to.
Are you down with NQPC? Yeah.
You said N_.
I'll just get my Twitter. 2 seconds. To be honest, my most active is Instagram and YouTube.
Okay, so let's go to Instagram. Okay, what is it again?
On Instagram, it's N_Q_P_C.
How many followers does he? How many followers does Charlie have?
We are currently sitting at around 3,500, nearly 3,500.
3,500. Damn, I think he's got me
N_Q_P. Why am I so like? I can't think right now. And then C. Maybe because it's in like the UK, they probably like, oh shit, you.
No.
I'm following you, Charlie. I'm the brown fellow with the with the ugly mug. You'll see me. Good vibes and great times.
It's Serak, not like the liquor Serak.
Yeah.
SERAK.
I'm not even a big drinker.
Yeah.
All right, Charlie. Well, hey, man, I had a really, really great time talking to you, and I hope you have a wonderful day. And I wanna get you on the show again one day, okay?
Yeah, definitely, guys. Anytime you want me back, just you know where to find me.
All right, Charlie.
It was a pleasure, buddy.
You too,
All right,
guys.
man.
Look after yourself.
All right, man. Cheers.
Take care.
Cheers. Bye.
Bye.
All right, so
Wow, I think that went good.
is it gone? Is it gone?
Yeah.
Yes.
Nah. Wait. I'm just kidding.
Yeah,
I think that went
gone.
good.
Yeah, he's gone. Hey, so I didn't want to say this, but like, if he's got a chick, I bet he's got a humongous dick. How much
He has
you
to.
want to bet? Like,
There's no way you can have that many like negative things. You know what I mean?
Like I'm talking like extraordinary, like long and thick. And I'm not trying to. I mean, the kid is 22, so I mean, it's not like I'm. But I bet, like, you know, it seems like from what he said, his girlfriend is able.
She's on his IG.
What she look like?
Red hair. She's cute. I mean, they look. They look like a very like nice couple.
Man.
Here, I'm following him.
I'll look it up. I'll look it up whenever he get up. But like I
Dude,
said,
he was the coolest CP guy that I've talked to. You know, he was cool about it. He didn't get offended with the X-Men joke or any other jokes.
Oh, he was laughing at everything. Man.
Yeah. Well, I mean, now if he was like 32 or 42, I don't know, but at 22, you could take it a little bit better.
All right, Serak, tell people how they can check out your show. I
don't want people to check me out. Shit, last thing I need is more people looking at me. I'm kidding. Weekly review. It's on Spotify and Apple Podcasts or iTunes, whatever you prefer to call it. Just type in the weekly review, or you can type in my name, Serak, Serak. Yes, I know, not like the liquor, unfortunately, but I taste way better. As well as YouTube, the weekly review. Just look for my ugly mug and hit that like or subscribe. And if you don't like it, then fuck you.
All right, Serak, have a good one, man.
All right, buddy. Thank you.
All right, bye.
Hey.
And that's the show for today. Thanks for listening to the Tuddle Daily Podcast. Hey, don't be a dickhead. Do us a favor. Like, share, and subscribe to the show. Also, check out the Tuddle category at 315live.com. The Tuddle Daily Podcast is brought to you by the Vapor Shades Hobo Fish Camp. You want some cool-ass sunglasses? Check out vaporshades.com. Also brought to you by Starfire Transport, StitchYouUp.com, PocketPairClub.com. Special thanks to show intern Hannah and Charlie Alamo for their contributions. Additional imaging and production is provided by CCA Productions, Facebook.com/CCA Productions Presents. Show voiceover service is brought to you by JCVoiceover.com. That guy's got a damn sexy voice. You should hire him. Check out jcvoiceover.com. If you want to help support the show, go to paypal.me/TuddleOnTheRadio. Comments? Concerns? Or do you just want to let Tuddle know he's being a dickhead? Tuddle@gmail.com. That's Tuddle with 2 Ds at gmail.com. Leave a voicemail at 407-270-3044. To follow all of Tuddle's social media, go to Tuddle.net. Thanks again for all your support, and we'll see you tomorrow on the Tuddle Daily Podcast.
Hey, yo, Terry, fuck going on?